What is going on, guys? How's everyone doing today? I'm back here with another video, and it's been quite some time. I apologize. My car has been giving me so many headaches over the past couple weeks, and I'll get into that later on in the video. But today we're going to be doing a small but well-needed install. You can probably tell by the title of this video, but we are going to be installing these bad boys right here. These are just some sway bar end links by Whiteline, just to upgrade the OEM ones, because every time I go on like an uneven surface or something like that, I hear popping, and this is an easy solution. Hopefully it works. Hopefully this is the problem, but we're going to be putting these on. I got my car sitting right here. I just got to jack it up, but should be a quick install, should be a shorter video. I apologize for that. Like I said, stuff's been a little crazy and my car's been annoying me for the past couple weeks, so I want to apologize about that. But without rambling on too much, get the car jacked up and get these bad boys on. YouTube magic style, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna be honest, one thing that I don't like about my car being this low, and it's really not even that low, is that I now have to put boards. You can't really see the other one, but it's right there. I have to put boards underneath the wheels now in order to get the jack underneath, and it's just a pain. Like I said, I know this car isn't super low, but now it's low enough to where I have to do this. So, car's jacked up. All we have to do, now, you don't need to do this when you're changing the end links, but for the sake of the video and better angles and all that sort of stuff, we will be taking off this wheel. So just like that, wheel is off, and here is what we're going to be going for. This little piece, okay, the light's kind of bad and I apologize, but we're going to be going this little piece right here. As you can see, it's a little bit new, and I did replace this, but for some reason or whatever, it kind of bent, and I have no idea why. Maybe I'm a rough driver, but this is what we're going to be replacing. These are 16 mil nuts, and then it has a, right here. You can put an Allen key, Allen wrench in there, and you can twist it right off. Should be quite simple. Considering the fact that this is new, I'm more worried about the other side because, well, that hasn't been changed. But I'm going to get this off real quick. I can show you the difference between these end links. So as you can see, this is out now, and it's extremely bent, which made it like difficult because, well, look how bent that is. That's not supposed to be like that. So I'm gonna put you guys up here for a second. So these are the OEM ones or stock ones. Well, this one was new, and then this is the upgraded one. You can really tell a difference because just look at that. This is beefy, and this is like a little twig. So since we got that out, we got to put this on, and there's a certain way you got to do it. You got to look over the instructions first. No one likes doing that, but I will get this installed, and I'll tell you guys how I did it. Looking through the instructions, this bracket right here actually is like flipped up and downward, so you can fit the end link snug in between this gap. Obviously, you can see this bracket is running parallel with the car, so I had to feed it on the outside. It's just something to be aware if you are doing it on a 2002 WRX. I'm pretty sure they did it on the later models, like an 04 to 07. I could be wrong, but just to keep in mind, on a 2002 WRX, the bracket is going to be a little bit different, so don't be afraid to put it on the outside. So I got to snug this up, and then I have to head on to the other side, and then we can move on to the back. So I'm just going to put you guys on a nice little time lapse, so let's get this worked out. Alright, it is the day after, and I'm sorry for that, but yesterday was super rough. I got stuck on one pesky bolt. It's always one bolt. It just seems to be always one bolt. I spent an hour and a half trying to get the one off, and by that time I was just absolutely had enough. So I walked away, put everything back together, and now here we are, because it is not a good idea to install any sort of parts when you are frustrated, then you rush things will break, and then you'll get even more frustrated. So here we are, we got to do the backs, and these should be a lot easier, mainly because they are more accessible than the fronts, and I'll show you guys that in just a second. But we got to jack this back up and do all the crap with the jacks and all that. I'm sick and tired of it. I'll just do a little bit of YouTube magic. 3, 2, 1, and just like that, car's up, wheels are off, wheels are over there. And we got a task on our hands. This is what we need to take off. As you can see, or maybe you can see, I'll show you guys when you take it off. This is just polyurethane or rubber, whatever you want to call it. And the ones that we got are high quality, don't mind the mess, high quality, whatever, metal. So, I'm not too sure what the bolts are. It is a 14 mil, just so you guys aren't fishing around your tools, figuring out what kind of What the heck was that? As I was saying, it is a 14 mil bolt and nuts, so you guys aren't fishing around your tools to figure out what size it is. So this is now off. Took like 5 minutes, not too difficult. Now you can finally see the difference between the Whiteline end links versus the OEM ones. This is made out of like polyurethane or rubber. I don't know what it is made out of, but this is made out of some sort of metal, high quality. I love the gold. It'll match the, well, it'll kind of match the gold. We're going with a gold theme here. But since this is off, all we gotta do is install this. Shouldn't be too hard. Like I said, 2 bolts and we should be good. And just like that, the back is on, looks good. I like adding a little bit of color to the back, even though everything's kind of rusted and just not looking good. But at least we got this. At least this looks good. It took like another 5 minutes. Super simple. Absolutely love doing the backs. I feel like they're a lot easier to do than the fronts, but obviously some people are going to have different opinions. But I'll put you guys on a time lapse just so I don't bore you with simple updates here and there. So I'll put you guys up and I'll get to work on this last end. Okay, one side is on. The other side is, give me a second, is on. Super simple. Wasn't too difficult. The only problem that I was having is the top bolt was giving me issues aligning through the sway bar. Other than that, everything was pretty simple. So since everything is on, we're gonna take it out for a drive because as you guys know, I think I said this at the beginning of the video, but the only reason I got the end links instead of a full sway bar kit was because I was going uneven surfaces. I would hear some popping or something, and as you guys could see, these bushings or end links are pretty worn out as well as the fronts were as too. So I'm gonna get these tires on. Let's head off on the road. A quick little transition, and we are in the car, and there's a cop. There's a cop. Why is he sitting there? Like in that specific spot? Oh, he has his reverse lights on. You better not! You better not! Oh. We are being followed? Maybe? I don't know if that cop is genuinely following me, but it's gonna be a very, very sad day if he does. I don't think he is he? No. We're good. So anyways, like I was saying, since we got that out of the way, yeah, end links. If I'm gonna be straight up honest with you guys, it's been like probably a week or so, week and a half, I don't know, something like that before or after the clip you saw. So I have been driving this around a little bit. Popping noise, gone, done, terminated. And I don't know if it's just me, maybe I must be stupid, but the car does feel a little bit tighter. After I put these, oh, I can't even see him. I found the cop, by the way. Hello, officer. I didn't run that. I wasn't going to. Anyways, it could just be like a placebo effect that there's really no change, and I'm just thinking there's a change because I put a new part on my car, but it feels tighter. The popping noise is gone, so that's good. I'm glad it eliminated that. Don't mind that check engine light. It's something to do with my cooling fans, and I fixed it, but then I didn't clear the check engine light, so don't mind that. Now the predator has become the prey. Hopefully it doesn't look back and see that I'm doing a POV. That would be a conversation. But like I was saying, I feel like the car is a little bit tighter since I put these upgraded end links on. And like I said, I could be stupid and it could just be my mind playing tricks on me, and there's really no difference. Just, oh, that's a wide turn. That's a wide turn, buddy. So getting on to what I was saying before about my car giving me issues, let's take it back. It has to be like a month and a half ago or something like that. So here in Pennsylvania and probably other states, you have to get a yearly inspection on your vehicle in order for it to be able to drive on the roads. So my inspection was coming up and I went to the garage to get it inspected. Now I thought it was going to be passed with flying colors. Lo and behold, it didn't pass at all. Like I said, why am I following this cop around? Getting onto my story. So it didn't pass. Oh, there's two cops. Ooh. All right, I'm getting distracted. Back to the story. Now we're back to the story. So I went to get it inspected. Visual inspection, perfectly fine. The emissions, not so much. When he plugged his OBD2 reader into my port, the test came back that it was not ready for the test. Thought that was a little bit weird because I didn't have any check engine lights and I've driven the car for, had to be like 3,500 miles before I even took it to the garage. So I thought that was a little bit weird. And the garage, who the mechanic, whatever you want to call him, came back to me and basically said I have two monitors that were not set correctly and weren't ready to be tested. Now the one I knew about. The one is my evap sensor, and I knew about that because the garage I took this car to get tuned, bypassed that sensor, and then tuned out the check engine light so I wouldn't have any issues. So I knew about that. But the second sensor or monitor was my oxygen sensor monitor. Now I don't know why that specific monitor didn't set. Didn't think much of it. So the garage told me just drive it around because it should be one of the first that do end up setting. So I drove it around maybe another 300 miles or so, still didn't set. I talked to two garages, like mom and pop shops that know Subarus, they couldn't figure it out. I've talked to 3 performance shops, one of which was my tuner. No one knew why this monitor wasn't setting. And I also talked to 2 Subaru dealerships to get any sort of information on why this monitor was not setting. Every single person was baffled why this monitor wasn't setting. In total, I probably drove around 6,000 miles. Now that includes the 3,500 miles before I even took it to get inspected. So over the past 3-4 weeks-ish, I took it on 2,500 miles and still it didn't set. So that was just one issue that it was so annoying. I think the most annoying part about this whole situation was simply not getting an answer. Everyone I've talked to said they knew someone who had the exact same issue, but still didn't have a conclusion to their problem. I think that was the most frustrating part, is that I could not get a specific answer on why this oxygen sensor monitor wasn't setting correctly. So if you guys have any information on why this monitor wasn't set. Now, I'm going to give you everything that I told all these garages and all that. I didn't reset my ECU. I didn't unplug my battery throughout this whole process. And still, my oxygen sensor monitor was not setting. So if you have any idea on what could be the issue, please leave a comment down below, because I am crap out of luck. Now, the one performance shop I did talk to said they could fix it, but they would have to retune it, cut out the cat that I have on my downpipe, put in theirs, and then it's all in all, it's like $1,100, and I don't want to do that. So if there's any other solution, please let me know down in the comments below. But ladies and gentlemen, that's probably going to end today's video. This video took way longer than it should have to make, like in real time. It took maybe like a week and a half, 2 weeks or something like that to make, and I'm just annoyed at this point because this car is like still giving me problems. It's just a typical Subaru thing. It's just a waterfall effect. But I don't want to ramble on too much. That is going to end it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy this video, obviously make sure you leave it a like. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. And as always, guys, I'll see each and every one of you in my next upload.